This heartbreaking story is exactly why you should be very careful around your co-workers or employees because, as they usually say, your co-workers are not your friends. 38-year-old Chigozie Udaluh was contracted by his cousin Hyacinth to work as a site manager at the location where he was building his house in Delta State, Nigeria. To help him discharge his duties perfectly, Chigozie decided to hire 4 boys from Benue State to work with him on the building project. It is not clear how long the 4 boys had been working together with Chigozie, but judging from the level of the construction work done at the site, it is highly likely that they have been together for at least a month. Chigozie was doing very well in overseeing the construction of his cousin's building until somewhere in December 2024, when something very terrible happened at the construction site that would show you how inhumane a person can be to a fellow human being. On the 10th of December 2024, Engineer Chigozie dressed up and left home to the construction site as usual. However, the only unusual thing about that day was that he would never return home again. When the night came and Chigozie did not return home, his family became worried. They started reaching out to his friends to ask if their son was with them. The family also visited the site to look for him, but they only met the 4 workers he had employed to work at the construction site. Chigozie's family also reached out to Hyacinth, the cousin who gave the job to their son, to ask if he had seen Chigozie. However, just like with every other place they had checked, the response from the cousin remained the same. He had not seen Chigozie, nor did he know where he was staying. The family continued the search for a couple of days, but after their efforts yielded no fruits, they got frustrated and then decided to take things to a much higher level. The family was said to have accused Hyacinth of using Chigozie for money ritual. It is not exactly clear why the family made this kind of serious accusation against Hyacinth. The cousin seemed to be a young man who is doing very well for himself, so this could have probably raised suspicions that he was into something of this nature, especially if they don't know much about his source of income. Nevertheless, the family was determined to go the extra mile necessary to discover the truth behind their son's sudden disappearance. Hyacinth was taken by the family to a shrine to swear to the gods that he had no hand in Chigozie's disappearance. Based on the available reports, it appeared as though Hyacinth was taken to more than one shrine to swear that he didn't use his cousin for money ritual. Hyacinth was said to have cooperated fully well with the family, as he was also keen on clearing his name. After facing multiple accusations from the family and also getting dragged across different shrines, Hyacinth decided to take further actions to clear his name. He reported the case to the State Criminal Investigation Department in Asaba, where he was said to have had a very frustrating experience with the police. After weeks of being tossed up and down at the State CID in Asaba without making any headway in the case, Hyacinth said he nearly gave up on the case until he was advised by a police officer to visit the divisional police officer at Ekban Police Station, CSP Aliyu Shaba. The police officer assured him that within 30 days, under the guidance of CSP Shaba, the truth would be uncovered. Hyacinth did as advised, and this action became a game changer in the case. Upon arrival at the police station, Hyacinth explained the whole situation to CSP Shaba, who then assembled his team and employed sophisticated investigative techniques, which resulted in the arrest of 2 suspects within 2 weeks. The 2 suspects, whose identities are yet to be revealed by the police, were said to be natives of Benue State. They were also among the 4 boys hired by Chigozie to work on the construction site. Hyacinth himself was able to identify the 2 suspects since he had been seeing them at his building site. Upon interrogation, the suspects confessed to murdering and burying Engineer Chigozie Udaluh in a shallow grave at a farm within the community. The suspects claimed that Chigozie owed them an unspecified amount of money, which he refused to pay. However, along the line, one of them was opportune to see Chigozie's account balance, and this awakened some darkness in him. The suspects also confessed that Chigozie used to abuse them verbally, and that he also prevented them from stealing bags of cement from the construction site. According to them, They first of all planned to attack Chigozie with a 2x2 wooden plank on December 10, 2024. However, after realizing that he was physically strong and might overpower them in a fight, they decided to change their plan. On December 11, 2024, which was the next day, the four of them ambushed Chigozie from behind and then strangled him with a rope. When they noticed that he was resisting, they used a hammer on him, thereby leading to his tragic death. After committing this heinous act, they hurriedly carried his corpse into a nearby farmland and then buried him in a shallow grave. They stole his mobile phone and then made attempts to transfer money from his bank account through his mobile app. The suspects also confessed to being members of the Black Axe Confraternity, which is a popular cult group in Nigeria.
Daniel, okay, on that fateful day when they make them kill that boy?
Because they say they want to kill and collect money dey inside.
Okay. Where were you? How una take kill am?
That day kill am, as the man enter inside, they say me I go that place where they sleep.
Okay, if you say na they kill am, but you dey there when they kill am.
Yeah.
How they take kill am?
They tie rope for a neck.
Okay, you know so they use hammer break his skull.
The hammer no say na the rope now.
Okay, you know, but you see the rope. Okay, where they bury am?
Na for fish man now they bury.
Where you dey when they bury am?
I did the site.
You dey decide. What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel who?
Oshiud.
From where?
Benue.
Okay, who go show us where they for bury am today?
Now me go show.
Now you go show us. Okay, thank you.
David, Pecho.
David, okay, why they arrest you? Why did they arrest you?
They arrest me because I tried to withdraw money from somebody's account.
The person when they try to withdraw money for your account, where is he now?
He's there, sir.
He's dead.
Yes,
When you tell you, I say they kill him.
Now, when they go work for Warren and they tell me, say they
kill him. Okay, when they break the phone to you, say man, you withdraw money for the account. Who break the phone to you?
Now, one of my brother and Pius.
Your brother, what is his name?
Victor, Tacho.
Is it the same mother, the same father with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we have here, there are two suspects who conspired to kill a site engineer who employed them to work at the site. For reasons best known to them, there's some money in his account. They conspired, they murdered him, buried him at a shallow grave at the site. We have two suspects here. Two suspects are also at large.
On April 2nd, 2025, the two suspects led the police to the farmland where Chigozie's body was buried in a shallow grave. The remains were exhumed and then recovered by the police. The suspects had buried Chigozie along with the rope and hammer used in his murder. It would interest you to know that after they committed the dastardly act, the four of them stayed back and continued working on the site as if nothing had happened. They had denied any knowledge of Chigozie's disappearance before they were eventually arrested by the police. It was also reported that another suspect was arrested and then transferred to the state CID because he had openly threatened Chigozie in the presence of his cousin Hyacinth in the past. At the time of making this report, only 2 of the suspects were in custody, while the remaining 2 were still at large. Hyacinth expressed his relief after the truth was finally revealed, while Chigozie's father also expressed his gratitude to the police for finally revealing the circumstances surrounding his son's sudden disappearance.
Okay, now that the police have worked and the suspect arrested, how do you feel?
I feel relieved. I'm very happy.
Okay, thank you very much. Daddy, now that we've been able to recover your son's remains at the site where he was murdered, how do you feel?
Well, I'm feeling happy because if I'm not recovered, I don't know what I can do.
Yeah, okay, at least there's a sense of justice.
Yeah.
It's a pity that people were employed to make their own ends meet. They end up killing the person who gave them food.
Yeah.
It's very sad. We are very sorry for your loss.
Yeah, thank you, my dear.
But I'm glad at least we've arrested some of them.
Yeah.
And justice will be served, definitely.
Yes.
I
appreciate the effort.
Thank you, sir. What will be your son name again?
My name, Anaga Onono.
Your own son name? Your Peking name?
It's okay, Chigozie.
Chigozie?
Yes.
Okay.
This was a very tragic case, and may his soul rest in peace. Share your thoughts on this case in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more true crime stories. Thank you for watching and stay safe.